So, Jeff, I've got another question for you then. So why should a financial plan be flexible instead of something set in stone?
I used a phrase, life's not linear.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is things are going to change.
Yeah.
You might have it where things are brilliant today, and then one of you loses a job. Or actually, I'll give a real live example. So a client of mine, an enviable position many of us would like. He is a CFO of a company, so chief financial officer. He's doing very well. Single income family. His whole goal has been to plan to retire at 55. And he wants a year worth of cash available to him in case he loses a job. So enviable position for most of us. Aggressor saver, all those sorts of things. But they've had children and they've now realized that one of them isn't probably going to succeed in state school.
Okay.
So he's now approached me to say, well, can we afford to do private? And if we do private, we're going to do it for the second one because we want our kids to go through the same education system. So out of nowhere, his plan has been decimated, not because of financial hardship, but because of aspirations of what he wants to give to his family. So we've adjusted the plan and we've identified that actually it's going to cause him not to retire at 55, but it's likely to cause him to retire at 60. Again, not a bad position to be in, but that will still have him having the income that him and his family would like in retirement. The bit that's uncertain for him now, though, is he's going to go from a wonderfully financially secure position to having this anchor on the back of his neck or monkey on his shoulder, whatever you want to call it, that if he was to lose his job and be out of work for an extended period of time, the fear and anxiety of not being able to afford school fees is going to hurt him differently.
Yeah.
So we've now adjusted to say, well, let's not use pensions as much for investments. Let's now use more ISAs because they're more liquid, but we're not being as tax efficient. Now, he might find that they put the one child in and that's everything they need.
Yeah.
And it's given the extra support for their child to feel, they want to feel they're going to give it the child the success they'd like. But they might find it doesn't work. And they might say, well, actually, do we put them back in state school? And next thing you know, we're back to a 55 plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the most important thing behind that is, as a family, they've had a conversation on the impacts of the choice. And so if he loses a job and now they've got that fear of money and he wants to cut all his expenditure, the family has agreed to say, but our priority is our kids' education over our lifestyle, over retiring early. And so they will now be able to navigate everything that's thrown at them without relationship issues, without marital spats on money, because they've collectively agreed this is what we want and we want to put our kids at front and center.
Yeah.
Which 2 years ago, none of this was in their plan.
Yeah.
They actually were completely anti any sort of private education, but they've got really concerned that it's the only way they think they can give their child what they need because of special circumstances.
Well, that's fascinating. It's a great response. And it actually goes to show that whatever plan you've got, always be prepared for this thing called life.
Life gets in the way.
Well, and life, as you said, isn't linear. It's not a straight line. So there are bumps in the road, and life will give you a moment where you need to revisit your plan. So flexibility is super key in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. Great answer, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you.